First of all, oh no, there's no game showing. My goodness. First of all, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I don't think there's any mothers that watch my show, but nonetheless, welcome. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Whether you're a mother or not, hope you had a good Sunday. Sundays are they go by way too fast. At least for me, they do. Like it's crazy. Like I work on Tuesday through Saturday, so by the time Saturday night rolls around and I go to sleep, man, I am just like dead to the world until like late in the morning on Sunday for some reason, but it's all good. I think I've flown the Comanche once in 2024, and I don't really think it's ready for 2024, but you can use it. So I'm very curious to see how this thing operates in 2024. So let's get into this thing and see what happens. I do need to make sure that my controls are set before we really do much. Let me at least change the time. Do have live weather on, which is good. Welcome to the All About Aviation Network. Network on YouTube. I don't know if YouTube has networks. But anyways, please hit like and subscribe. I certainly do appreciate it. All right. Let me pause this real quick. I just want to make sure it's set for, it should say Cessna 152 for the controls. Quadrants. Now the livery that I'm using is a downloaded livery. It's I want to say from 2Pilot or 4Simmers. One of those peoples. It should say Cessna 152. Come on. Okay, very good. All right, let's go ahead and, I mean, it looks pretty good from the outside here. I think. It's probably the most complete airplane in the whole simulator, this Comanche. It's nothing short of amazing what A2A was able to do with this thing. So let's get our tablet out. Let me bring the tablet over here. But one thing I need to do also, let me bring in the flight and tablet as well. I can use this for the charts today if I need to. From file, load from this PC, downloads, and ACOQ, AFCM. All right, we have the waypoints, ILS. This should be E. Very good. So that's all done. Turn this off now. I do want to see what temperature it is because that's going to affect what type of spark plugs we use. I'm sorry, what type of oil we put in. But let's see here. Flight info. Okay, so it's 79 degrees outside right now. You can use type of oil. Go to controls, advanced options, wear rate is normal, flat screen, that all looks good. Cockpit persistence, yes. Go to metric temperature. We're on cold and dark, that's good. Let's do, we'll just do a basic navigation system over there. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because I'm not flying VOR to VOR station, so we'll just do a basic navigation system. All right, fuel. This should be in pounds. Okay, and maintenance. Okay. So let's put on all the gear. That's all done. Engine. Okay. So we have 79 degrees. Let's see. 100 AW straight weight, only recommended and consistently hot. 20W50 is an all-weather, good for all weather. but best for cold, and is best all weather, multi-viscosity oil for good, but best for warmer to hot weather. Okay, so let's do 20 W60. So let's put that in today. We're going to do fine wire because it's better. All right, and we have new overhaul. Let's inspect the engine. Good. Airframe. Let's inspect the airframe. Good. We're going to do the MT propeller. It's got less vibration to it. We're going to use that one. Batteries charged. All right, let's do our little walk around deal here just because we can. Grab this. Right flat. Good. Aileron. Good. I can interact with it. Wonder, maybe I should use 2020 instead. Should be able to interact with it. All right, so it fills up there. Lights, eyes. Not opening. Oh yeah, the bird serpent is pretty cool, isn't it? I don't know where that comes from. All right, so obviously this is not made for prime time yet on 2024, which is why we can't operate some of the like the fuel doors and the oil and all that. It's no big deal. We don't need to do this. It's just something we can do. All right, let's go ahead and just get back inside the cabin here. Let's go back. All right, first thing we got to do, let's go ahead and flight info, checklist. All right, pre-flight, passengers, seat belts, control locks. All right, control locks are right here. Parking brake is set. Let's all right, gear switch is down. Flaps are up. Yep. Radios, everything is off. Autopilot master, which is here, is off. Right here. Avionics is off. All right, let's check our circuit breakers. Got circuit breakers all down here. They all look good. You know, one cool thing about this airplane, see how it has like autopilot, disconnect, and altitude engage, disengage? Those buttons are there, but then when we plug in the wheel, those buttons are right here again. So whether you have the wheel or not, you can still have access to those buttons. I think that is so cool. It puts the tail number in. Awesome. This is the flight number from real life, by the way. N5789. P as in Papa. That's the flight from real life. All right, rotating beacon on. Now you can turn on, if you don't want to use the switches, you can do it from the tablet here. See? Control locks, pitot covers, tie downs. We have beacon lights, strobe lights. So anyways, let's go ahead and turn on the beacon light. Go next, engine start. Oh, I should probably put the right amount of fuel in shit. Where is... Oh, I can pull up sim brief on here actually. You 4,500 roughly. Fuel block is 270. Let's put that in right now. Our fuel right now is Okay, 396 gallons. Let's a bit. We might not be able to use this in the simulator in 2024. This is not even updating the fuel. Yeah, it might be better just to... That I don't like. Nothing's changing here. Total weight changes. But the total weight doesn't change here, so it's not adjusting the fuel at all. All right, fuck it. Let's just do 2020. I've seen enough. Bear with me a second. Main menu. Let me quit this bitch. Open this up in 2020. I had a feeling it wasn't really ready for prime time. Last time I flew it, I didn't pay attention to any of those numbers. I just kind of got in and flew it just to test it out. All right, let's open up 2020. Change over this game capture to 20. Once it comes alive here. Come on, flight sim. All right, game capture. There we go. It should start popping on the screen here any moment. Now I have to go back. I do have to go back into settings now and make sure I have the right controls set up. This airplane. I just need to make sure that the levers, throttle, prop, and mix are where I want them to. I'm not using the throw levers like we have like an air, like in the jets, like Airbus, Boeing, things like that. I'm using the pull levers like they have in the Cessna and in this plane as well. So, just bear with me a moment. It'll pop on the screen here any moment. I'm really upset about that. I don't know if that really would have affected things, but it wasn't allowing me to adjust the total fuel. I don't like that. I want it to work properly. I mean, one day I was looking at the forums today, and I haven't really seen an update from A2A on this airplane in a while, so I don't know when it's gonna start working. Hopefully sooner than later. A lot of planes are really slow to make their way to 2024, which I'm not surprised. 2024 is not really that good of a game. So, all right, why are you not working yet? Oh, bitch! Ooh, I saw something fly. Come on, game. Come on. It's loading in the back, but I just don't see it. All right. Flight Sim Labs, let me close you out. God, that thing is so suspect. Every time I open up Microsoft Flight Simulator, Flight Sim Labs wants to come to the party. Like the app always opens up. It's the only mod that I have where like like I don't know. I don't know. It freaks me out a little bit that app opens up every time. Well, not showing on OBS. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I could probably move the camera now and show you a little bit. I'll do that tomorrow. we'll do a behind the scenes. I'll get I have another camera here, actually, that I use for work. So I'll connect that one tomorrow and have another camera. So I can just kind of hold it up and show it. I'm just waiting for Microsoft to start working. I'm on a black screen right now. Microsoft's been a little suspect too lately. I don't know if it's, I don't think I'm doing a beta. Oop, I see some words that popped up. I mean, the only thing I've done with Microsoft today is just re-downloaded the Jetstar from Big Radials. It's the only thing I've done. Xbox and Microsoft. Hey, what's up, Tario? Trying to get everything running tonight. I was in 2024 and the airplane just wasn't working properly, so I'm loading up Microsoft 2020 now. It's just for some reason not showing on OBS yet for some reason, which is weird. Like, it's there. That's what I'm looking at right now. It's just not showing on the game capture yet. It will, though. I'll just leave it on display capture for now. It's just loading real slow tonight. I don't have this problem with Xbox. Not Xbox. Well, actually, yeah, Xbox too, actually. It loads up real quick on Xbox. But I don't have this problem with X-Plane or Aerofly. Them bitches load up real quick. It's only Microsoft. They continually troll us every day. Okay, so that's good. Now, will game capture work now? All right, game capture is still not. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can get this to work here. Service. Search bar. Capture a specific window. Yeah, this one here. Give me a second. Let me try to get this game capture working here. All right. Yeah, it's just not showing anything right now. Back a little. Okay. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to leave it. Well, I don't want to leave it like this though. Let me something here. Man, what is going on with this thing? Game services application cannot be captured using game capture. Use window capture or what? Since when? So dumb. All right, there we go. I just had to go into, anyways, whatever, it's fixed now. All right, let me get into the Comanche. Oh no, do I not have it downloaded? You gotta be fucking kidding me. I don't have it downloaded. Son of a bitch. All right, let me download it real quick. Oh no, go back, profile, content manager, not installed. What? Hang on a second. Maybe I do have it downloaded. fly on boy. Here's the Comanche. Okay, I do have it. All right, station 9 and something. Let's see what it was. Tail number is N5789P. Okay, N3 3 9. Okay, very good. Oh, let me look at my settings. I want to make sure that I have the right controls set up here. Okay. Position, let me look by input. Prop. Nothing there. There. Okay. Set up the throttle. This. Okay, mixture axis. Right here. Okay, set. Validate. Right, and now we need throttle. Let's get rid of this one. Get rid of this one. Throttle axis. Scanning. Okay, validate. All right, simple enough. All right, let's get into let's go to this airport here. Wonder why it's been showing this lately when you load in with the controller. I wonder what island that is. Cool looking island. Okay, Carlton. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Okay. Good. Let me make sure that everything works okay here. All right, I need to reverse this. That works okay. Okay, I need to reverse throttle and mixture. Whatever axis they're on, it just needs to be reversed. That. This. Fly, heck, that works right now. That works right now. Okay, very good. All that works right. It's out now. All right, it's still 79 degrees. It is so. All right, let's go ahead and make sure we have 178 pounds of fuel. All right, that's close enough. All right, that's good. And we have a total 3 passengers. Cargo is 165. Total weight is 2645. Can I scroll? No, I can't. Can I hold this button in? Oh, I can. Cool. All right, do our walk around now that we can. That works okay. All right, gasoline looks okay. Fill up our cup. Our cup runneth over. Sure the lights work. We'll remove those later. Check this one. Okay, very good. Shocks we can remove from here if we need to. Wheel looks okay. Fill this one up again. No big deal. Propeller, good. I actually need to change that propeller. Oh, hang on. You know what? Let me put on state saving. Cockpit persistence. Advanced option. That all looks good. And maintenance. We're going to do the 25W60 oil. Yeah, this is better for the type of weather that we have here, the type of climate that we have here. Fine wire, spark plugs, and I want to put on all the different gear around the airplane, all the flare. And we're going to use the MT propeller because that has less vibration to it. Check our oil level. Ah, perfect. Very good. Anyways, we could check the rest of these if you wanted to. You can remove the covers from here if you wanted to. We'll do it from inside when it's time to. Remove the ailerons and flaps and shit. Flaps work. Nothing really over here. That's a static port, but we can't really do much to it. Elevator and rudder, we can see that the rudder works. We have control locks on, so we really are not going to be able to move much. Another static port. Baggage. Open up this door here. Put this bag in. Put that suitcase in. Close everything up. Now we're back here, so let's go ahead and get this airplane going. Let's flight info. Go to checklist, so pre-flight, that's good. Passengers, okay, control locks, let's put those. Everything we're clicking on here, like the control locks and shit, you can do it all from here as well. Same thing with all the electric switches, light switches, autopilot modes. All right, park and brake. Park and brake back on. Let us do it. Good. Flaps are up. Radios are off. One thing I like about this column here, I need to check. One thing I like about this here is that this autopilot disconnect and altitude engage, disengage. If you put the steering column Shit. If you hide this, if you hide the yoke, it still has the buttons here, which I think is really dope. That's cool. All right, they look okay. Avionics and autopilot's off. Everything here. Check the whoa, whoa, whoa. This I don't like. I'm using the wheel and it's not stopping. Take a look at something quick. Might have to adjust something here. Hang on one second. Elevator. Oh, I should probably have this on an axis. Hang on. I should probably have it here. Let me do it. I think it's letting me do it. Running into an error here. Start scanning. Not letting me use this wheel for now the screen is stuck. Fuck Microsoft. All right, let me clear this out. So using the trim is a big thing in this airplane, and I need to make sure I can use it correctly. Otherwise, flying it's going to be really, really hard with the autopilot. All right, let's try this again. Oh, no, I don't think I have auto rudder set in the game. Hang on a second. Yes, you are right. Yeah, I don't think I have that set though. Bear with me one second. Let me double check. Assistance. Yeah, no, I have it off. The only one I have is controller sensitivity, but that was with an Xbox controller. And then just the helicopter assist for cyclic and tail rotor. Good catch though. All right, let's try this now. Oh, this is doing the hold on a second. Is this doing the steering column? I mean the yoke? Oh yeah, that's stupid. All right, let me fix it. Fuck. I just want to start flying, like. Fader trim. Fuck did oh, that's because I set it for the elevator axis. We're on. Okay. That's so toggle elevator trim. Let's try this. It'll let me do. See how it's not like getting rid of that box? That's why it's not letting me do it. Fuck you, game. All right, elevator trim axis. Let's try it now. Joystick slider X. Okay, now it's working okay. So that's down and that's up. That I need to reverse real quick. Okay, I was scared to have it set for that 100 before because I thought it was going to flip it like all the way down or all the way up. But okay. So when you, in this airplane, when you have the autopilot set, you need to be able to effectively use your trim because there's going to be these dots right here, up and down. When you have the autopilot on, it's going to light up if you need to tilt the elevator up. you know, to keep your altitude going, or it's going to beep down and you have to angle it down. So you got to push this to switch different modes, and then they have the, you know, altitude engage, disengage there. Okay, so all that's good. Circuit breakers, rotating beacon in, that's in. All right, engine start. Let's go ahead and get rid of the chocks, the tie downs, the pitot covers. Okay, fuel selector, desired tank. Just do left main for now. Actually, no, we'll turn them. We'll. All right, let's put the mixture all the way in. Really hard to move around in this without the Xbox controller, man. I need to get used to that. It's really difficult sometimes to move around with these controls. I'm so used to my Xbox controller moving around where it's nice and smooth. Okay, mixture's all the way in. Throttle cracked. Prop all the way in. Carb heat is off. Master switch on. Fuel pump on. Make sure we get fuel. Very good. We can turn the fuel pump off now. Let's prime this. What is it, 1 to 5 times? Alright, there we go. Oh, you know what? I didn't put the Garmin system in here. Alright, it's a basic Garmin system. Alright, mags both on. Okay, starter button. Oil pressure, mixture. We'll leave it full rich for now, or altitude right now. We're only 100. Okay, yeah, we'll leave it. All right, taxi, run up. Okay, let's get avionics on. Let's get our route set real quick. And let me get the radios turned on so I can talk to Sayintention. We need to make sure our indicators here is actually in line with how our nose is facing right now as well. Let's check that out now. Refuel. Save. We're going to be using this system here in a little while to lean out our fuel once we get to right altitude. Alright, so we should be, it's 280, I'm sorry, 270. 75, so we're about 270, I guess, 79. We need to push this in. Now we can adjust this here. Right around there. Pull back out now. Now we can use the heading indicator. It's very important to do that, because if you don't do that, you're fucked. You're not gonna be able to. You're not really gonna be able to do much. Alright, I don't know what information is, but nonetheless, try to get clearance. It's because I didn't do anything yet. Okay. Where are we at here? Cloquet. Cloquet clearance. AX3219 requesting IFR clearance to Minneapolis. We have information this morning. I didn't hear it. Let me check Sayintentions real quick. 1 second while I grab that paperwork. Oh, it's because I don't have the, okay, there we go. Alright, let's set up our flight.
AX3219 cleared to flying cloud. Radar vectors when
thank
IB,
you.
then as filed.
Thank you, Scalebait.
Climb and maintain 4,000,
Definitely will.
expect 5,010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.45 squawk 1634. Expect runway 18. Release for departure. Clearance void if not off by 1416 Zulu. Time now 1401.
KCOQ. Read that back to them real quick. Clear to flying cloud, radar vectors to Winnib, then as filed, climb and maintain 4,000, expect 5,010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.45, squawk 1634, expect runway 18. Release for departure. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Cloquet, Carlton clearance. AX3219. Okay. Then we only have, I think, 2 waypoints tonight. Enib, WENIB. Start taxiing, and then we'll do our run up when we get close. Need to do make sure we do everything properly, otherwise might lose engine performance on the way there. Alright, Winnib, there we go. And then we also have JEP, but that's part of our transition, so yeah, that's really all we got to do. Let's put in our arrival, AFCM. Go to procedure, select approach, ILS bar, yep, load. Okay, very good. Let's make sure we're facing the right direction here. Menu, data fields on. All right, track 277. And that's pretty much how we're facing it. All right, very good. So that's all done. We have to correct there. Put on. Now you don't really have taxi lights in this plane. We will put on the strobe lights. Put on our nav lights, strobe lights. All right, for taxi, altimeters 2993, which is accurate. All right, 2993. And his camera moves so fast. Landing gear. Landing gear lamp is green. Nav lights as required. Test brakes, we can do that. And we'll do our run up as we get closer. Reset view. Let me get clearance to taxi to the runway. I guess I should call clearance. I call ramp. We'll try. Let's try center here. Okay, center AX3219 requesting taxi clearance to runway 18. Yeah, no shit, bitch. Alright, we're just gonna go. Because I don't see ground anywhere. Here, go. Could be ramp. See if it's ramp. I don't think it is. It's not going to be ramp. All right, we'll just click on departure and just contact him afterwards. 120.50. Okay, let's go taxi out. Let's park and brake. Oh, bitch. Brakes work. Move our throttle back a little bit so we're at 1200, and I believe our runway is over there. I don't know if I've ever flown this airplane with the setup I have now. I have. It's been a long time since I've flown this airplane. Which is a shame, because it's a really fun airplane to fly. We need to check the temperature of our passengers too and make sure we're okay there as well. Oh, I'm sure it is. I can't wait. I can't wait to use it. I'm excited. All right, I know you wouldn't do a run up here normally, but we're not normal. Let me, all right, we're at 78 degrees. That's okay right now. We're still in the green. All right, run up. We're into the wind. Fuel quantities check. Okay, that's good. Tire tank, we'll leave it on left for now. Throttle, let's go to 2000. Make sure the brakes are on as well, even though we got the park and brake on. Close enough. Everything looks good engine wise. Turn one of the magnetos back. See if it drops more than 50. Nope. Okay. All right. Reduce 3 times the prop. RPMs. Steady. All right, very good. All right, before takeoff, controls, let's make sure they're here. I know the rudder works, I was just using it. All that looks good. Rudder's okay. All right, prop full forward. Let's put on both fuel tanks for now. Landing lights, pitot heat. Put headphones on. Carb heat off. Pitot heat on. Strobes on. Landing lights on. Take off. 5, okay. Let me see if I can contact departure, the ramp or somebody, and let them know we're leaving. Look at departure, AX3219 holding short runway 18, requesting departure clearance.
I am working on that clearance. Stand by. AX3219 cleared to flying cloud. Radar vectors WNEB then is filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect 5,010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.45 squawk 1634. Release for departure. Clearance void if not off by 1426 Zulu. Time now 1411.
Okay. Go. Alright, so takeoff 85 knots and then climb we should be at 24 and 2400 RPMs. 24 on manifold and 2400 RPM. I just want to do one more check just to make sure we're actually lined up correctly. So that's about south as you can get. And we're at 178. Okay, very good. So close enough. All right, let's roll. Got an airplane in front of us? What is that thing flashing it? Oh, that's the runway lights. Okay. Once we get up over 1,000 feet, we can turn the fuel pump off once we get up over 1,000 feet. We start trim a little bit. Off. Turn our landing lights off anyways. I think we'll just fly manually until we get up to our cruising altitude.
AX3219 radar contact over Cloquet, Carlton County Airport at 1500 feet. Cloquet altimeter 29.901, turn left heading 215, vectors to WNEB, then own navigation.
Copy that, Duluth departure AX3. We have climb power set.
AX3219, climb and maintain 6,000.
Climb and maintain 6,000, AX319. mean, I guess I could put the autopilot on. Rather not. Kind of fun flying it. We're at about the right climb rate right now, around 85 knots or so. That a little bit. We're going to be doing that after we get up to 6,000 feet tonight. We're going to be eating our fuel mixture to get rid of the, you know, rich of peak, lean of peak, or whatever it's called. Cylinder head temperature. Uh-oh. There, we got carb heat on. Hopefully that'll help. Trim a little bit. Let's engage the autopilot. Autopilot on. We're going to do heading mode. Adjusting the trim now, get us up to climbing. Yeah, moving the trim. We can start climbing. I like to climb around 500 feet in it. outside. 74 degrees outside and we're getting ready to stall. Doesn't make sense to me. Yes, I agree. That's how I usually do it in this airplane. Okay, I think we're okay now. I'm leaning the mixture. We'll just fly manually for a little. I'd love to read the stall warning part of the manual, but I don't have the luxury of looking at it right now. Everything looks okay though. It's weird. Like, I don't know why. Like, the gauges look okay. The fuel pressure's okay. The amps are okay. The oil pressure, the oil temperature. Let me look at the booklet real quick while I'm flying. Yeah, see, it's got cylinder head temperature. Times it's mentioned. Oh, because it's looking for install. Okay, stall. That's not the right kind of stalls. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put the gear up. That's why. Boy, I'm such an idiot. No wonder we're almost stalling. God, I'm so stupid. Don't be like me when you get older. Don't be stupid like me. No wonder we're almost stalling, because we got the fucking landing gear down. I was wondering why we were going so slow and it was so hard to climb. I'm like, I've never experienced this before in this airplane. Usually it's pretty stable. All right, let's put the autopilot back on again. Don't be like me when you get older. No, what happens is I'll show you in a second. Ding. And let's pitch down just a little bit. Take our hands off the yoke. My hand's still on the yoke, by the way. Now it's off. Want to be around 500 feet a minute. Or so that landing gear switch, when it's down, it goes to off. So when I hit the landing gear button, all I did was just move the switch to off. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See right here? So all I did when I moved it was just switch it off. I needed to hit it again to put them up. No wonder. God, I'm such a moron sometimes. Let me look up CHT. Okay. Okay, cylinder head temperature shown to the right. Program normal operating limit of 380 is in the red at the value exceeded. You notice CHT red line. Okay, so running those cylinders about 400 for any length. Okay. Normal view, each columns are set to reduce throttle, enrich mixture. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're still climbing. We're at 71. We should probably put some heat on. Maybe. Which I think we can do here somewhere. Yeah, right here. Cabin vent, cabin heater, defroster. If I really want the temperature going up, we'll leave it alone for now. We'll just leave the vent on a little bit. That's cool. You can hear the actual vent kick on. That's pretty cool. All right, we can go into nav mode now. We're almost at 6,000 feet. Cylinder heads. Well, that looks okay. Clean our mixture a little bit to get a little more power out of our engine, a little more horsepower. Well, nav, hello? Hello, nav? Okay, we'll just go into heading mode, I guess. Navigation doesn't want to be our friend today. Alright, we need to lower our descent just a little bit. Starting to slow down a little too much. I'm gonna switch to the tip tanks right now. Come on, trim. Alright, we just need a little more fuel, and there we go. Come on, trim. We're getting closer to 6,000 feet. Can't believe I flew that long with the wheels down. Now, what kind of a noob am I? like for real. Guess I could put some on in the background.
AX3219, I need you at 6,000 feet, sir.
Copy that. We're almost there. AX3219. 2996. Uh-oh, it's a little too cold now for the peoples. Once we level off, then we'll work on leaning our fuel out. Not too difficult. Just a little bit of a process to do it. Such a fucking cool airplane to fly. I like how it lights up at nighttime too. Let's make it a little dark outside, or like early morning-ish. we can get altitude engaged now. Let's pay attention to what the trim says. Okay, trim's not saying anything right now, so it looks down. Hold on, scale bait. I gotta adjust the trim. Come on, man, why aren't you adjusted, bitch? Okay. The red light? Right here on the tablet. Hang on. Yeah, you have this red light here, and they have this spotlight behind you. All right, let's work on getting rich of peak. Our mixture out. Oh yeah, what should we be at actually here? 24 MP and 18 to 24. Okay. Be at 24 here. Let's pull our prop back. Okay, there we go. Rich of peak. We should be between 0 and 50. So let's increase our mixture just well, let's just leave it alone for now, and then we'll adjust it here in a moment, but we should be between 0 and 50 degrees rich of peak. Right now we're negative 32. Let's lean our fuel out just a little bit. Go. Too much. Where the fuck is our airplane going? How did our autopilot turn off? What the fuck happened? How did our autopilot turn off? Hang on one second. We need to descend a little bit. All right, rate of peak, we're good. How are we climbing? Hold on a second. Okay, we turned off autopilot real quick.
AX3219, can you please expedite your descent to 6,000 feet?
Sorry about that. Our co-pilot turned the autopilot off and got a little fouled up. We're getting to 6,000 feet right now. AX3219.
AX3219, roger. Continue climb to 6,000 feet.
Thought you said descent, jackass. Oh, didn't he say descent? Make up your mind, buddy. we good now, guys? Can we leave the autopilot on now? All right, let's see if we're still... That should be 24. On the manifold pressure, let's reduce our... Very good. We're going off cylinder number 2. Increase our fuel now until we're over 0. Getting ready to head south. Been a very interesting flight so far. Full of adventure. Good. As long as we stay at this altitude, we can leave things alone. Cleaned out our fuel. Yeah, I like VOR only as well, but it was pretty far distance between VOR stations tonight. Next time I fly this plane, I'm going to do it where it's like shorter distances between VOR stations. We're still in the green here. We got enough heat going. Let's move a little bit more to the west. Okay. I was just kidding. We're not going to open up Navigraph. I was just kidding. Just kidding. Airplane, let's not start bouncing around. They're planning on an ILS landing, but let's see. Our charts say. Runway 18 looks to be the better runway tonight. He's just 15. We got a little ways to go. There's no approach for this runway? approach at all. How can there be no approach to the runway? Alright, I guess we'll just stay with runway 10 then. Just the crosswind was a fair amount. It's 14 knots versus 3 knots on runway 18. But runway 18 has a 15 knot headwind. This airport. There really is no charge for it. I wish this head on. You know what? Is there a VOR station? I think there is. That's the case. If that's the case, then I can just lock onto the VOR station, lock onto the radial, and use that to go in for the landing. Yeah, there is 111.7. Oh, 1177. We are looking at heading of 183. Means we would want to come in on the 183. Oh, I could. Yeah, on the 3 degree radial. Same way. At least let me plug in the ILS information. 109.7. Have here already. Right? We have 98 is our course. Heading south, we should be at 191 heading after Winib. Somehow this rose compass got screwed up. Somehow I pushed the button in and was spinning the actual black and white part of it, which could not have been spun. It looks like we're pretty close now. As long as we're within a couple of degrees, I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's 2.
AH3219, expect the ILS runway 10 right approach into flying cloud.
Yeah, 21, around 225, 26. Yeah, we're close enough. Let's see if it follows navigation. Looks like it. This is our last waypoint, by the way, that we're flying to right now. GEB, that's our last waypoint. That'll begin the approach into Flying Cloud, Minnesota. Yeah, man, I might do that. Hang on. Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I'm just waiting for them to tell me to descend. But yeah, no, so there's 2 different landings. I wanted to show it, but it was kind of tough because of can't bring up Navigraph on here. It was making the airplane really choppy, but the airport that we're supposed to use right now is 10 right, and it's got an 11 knot crosswind, 4 knot headwind. One runway that's all in green has a 3 knot crosswind, but a 15 knot headwind. So I don't know if that's better or worse, but that runway 18, is half the length of the other runways, which is okay. Small plane, but there's no sort of chart for that runway. So I have right now 2 different frequencies programmed in. I have 1117, which is the localized, which is the VOR station for the airport. I can use that and line up with the correct radial for the runway and just visually, land the airplane. And then I have the ILS frequency here. I'm not going to be ILS landing this airplane, but nice to play with. Yeah, this is one of the first times I've ever used the actual Garmin system in this airplane. Usually I'm using these radios here. I want to say they're Bendix, but it says Narco. What I'm going to do is set this CDI needle for 183, I believe, is the right. Just in case I decide to land on runway 18, let me set this for 183. Can't believe I still can't believe I flew that long with the wet on, what's it called? The landing gear down. I still can't believe I did that. I'm such an idiot. 40 some miles. I think this is the longest flight I've ever done in this airplane. Usually I do like a 20-minute flight or 30-minute flight maybe. This is, I think, the absolute longest one I've ever done. Simbox? I don't know if I'm familiar with Simbox, dude. Let me look it up real quick. Alright, my friend, I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Simbox. All-in-one flight simulator. Look at this thing. Trigger actions in a simulator directly from your tablet, phone, or web using switches, buttons, virtual. I don't know, to be honest. I think it's a good idea, being able to use controls for your tablet or your phone, but like, I don't know. I'd have to. I guess I'd have to look at it. I'll watch a couple videos on it, and you know, I don't know. Do you have it? Are you using it? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm reading this. Let me change your autopilot. Change your lights faster. Ordered it. You have to let me know how it is.
219, contact Minneapolis approach on 118.725.
Contact Minneapolis approach on 118.725 AX3219. I misread the description in the beginning. It looks pretty cool, actually. I'll do some more digging. You have to let me know how you like it. Oh, so you can use your tablet, phone, or oh, I gotcha. That's, you know, I guess it could have some good use to it. Wonder how much it is. Let's see, buy. Oh, that's not bad. $29. I think for $29. That includes the VAT. I mean, I think that could be worth it for $29. Minneapolis approach. Good morning. AX3219. Currently 6,000 feet. Heading towards Flying Cloud Airport. Yeah, I think it would be worth $29. I think it looks pretty cool, actually.
AX319 Minneapolis approach. Good morning. More altimeter 30.00.
I don't believe you. I don't believe that's your altimeter, by the way. Nope. $29.99. I do not believe Sayintentions altimeters ever. One time I did, it caused me to have a really harsh landing because we were way lower than what our altimeter was showing because of Sayintention. They compound it. Gotcha. Yeah, man, it looks pretty dope. I think it looks pretty cool, actually. Control all kinds of gear now and switches. I think it'd be pretty cool, man. You'll have to take some pictures and put it up on Discord or online somewhere so we can take a look at it. Looks pretty cool, man. EP1, 2, speed, heading, altimeter for autopilot. You can do all your radio stuff. I think it's really cool. You can do your radio, your lights, your transponder. I think it looks pretty cool. For $29, it looks pretty good. And you'll have to let us know how it is for sure. Golly, it's after 12 o'clock already. Just can't believe it's after midnight already. Just... roll back screen. I have a couple more flights planned with thumbnails made and all that. I have a Jetstar flight. Jetstar that came out a few months ago. I have a flight planned with that. I have a 777 flight planned in Canada. I have a CRJ flight planned in a secret location. Hopefully I'll be able to get a couple more flights done tomorrow on my day off. Last night was fun, man, doing those 2 flights. And I'm looking to fly my Piper Meridian again soon. The airplane I have where you have to feed the passengers and give them drinks and pillows so they're comfortable. All right, let's take a look at everything here. So temperature is good. Looks good. Everything's looking good here. 24 in the manifold pressure. What the hell just happened? Old. We are losing power. Oh shit! We're out of fuel. I forgot to move the fuel back. We ran out of fuel for a moment, so my bad. I was like, what's going on here, man? Let me disengage this so we can get back down to 6,000. We may have to lean our fuel out again. Yeah, I completely forgot we put the tip tanks on. Must have just ran out of fuel. We can now go ahead and autopilot back on. Altitude engage. Get back up to about 24. Manifold pressure again. All right, we need to re-lean our engine out. Let's see, it's happening now again. I just pulled the mixture out a little bit, but you need to be gentle with it. You don't want to you want to give it a few seconds after you change it for it to catch up to what you're doing. we can see now that we're doing this, you can see the engines are starting to turn more green now on our engine analyzer. I mean the cylinders, actually. That was too much. Reduce our power a little bit. Plane definitely keeps you on your toes with what you got to do with it. All right, engines are pulling back into the green now. That's very good. That's pretty good. I can live with a little bit of yellow. Oh, you know what? I should be looking at this. I have a chart for cruise. Why didn't I look at this before? On page 19. Well, 19 on my DF. Okay, so 6,000 at approximately pressure altitude 20 for the RPMs. Okay, so at a 2400 manifold pressure, we should be at 0.3. Whatever. But I think having this in the green is good. That works. Very good. That was crazy that our fuel ran out. I was like, why the hell is everything like stopping? Like, what? No! To run a flight down to Colombia or Mexico and land on. Oh yeah, that would be cool, man. You know what? I tried to find those kind of runways, like on Navigraph and Sky Vector and things like that. I couldn't find any. I used you can filter those kind of runways in Microsoft 2024. I think that'd be really cool. Pretend like you're running cartel missions, cartel operations. That would be cool. Like one of those airplanes with the really big like butt tires on it, like the really big like the Zillion Aviation type airplane with the massive tires on it. Where I could take that Airwolf helicopter I have and we don't really have that much farther to go. So the way we're supposed to do this landing tonight, we're supposed to fly a 183 heading to the airport, get to the airport, head west, spin around and come in for the landing. But we might just land on runway 18. Instead, just do a complete visual landing. I think it would be pretty cool. Once we get to our next waypoint, we'll have 19 miles from that waypoint. 19 miles to the airport. Let me ask the air traffic control, but Minneapolis approach, which runway is Flying Cloud using for landing today? Is it 18 or 10 right?
Flying Cloud is using runways 10 right, 10 left, and 18 for landing today.
Well, let's do a visual landing then. I think that would be cool. Unless anybody wants to see it, you know, do an ILS. Well, you can't really do an ILS landing with this airplane. It's not going to fly it automatically for you. You're still going to have to manually fly it. I think I feel better using runway 18 today. That crosswind is fucking crazy. 11 knot crosswind. It's either a crazy crosswind or a crazy headwind. I guess having a bigger headwind is better than a huge crosswind, especially with this kind of airplane. Except when you're trying to set down, and then if a gust of wind comes in while you're trying to set down and you're flaring, that gust of wind could like blow you back. Versus, you know, having to maintain it laterally. We'll leave it at 10 right for now. But we're pretty close. We have about 25 miles to the airport, something like that. Here. engine temps or cylinder temps back to normal. Cylinders are starting to go back to the regular temperature now. Alright, we're hitting our last waypoint here. Got about 19 miles to the airport. We got 18 miles. This is the run.
3219, descend and maintain 3600. Turn right, heading 230 vectors for the ILS runway 10 right approach.
Descend and maintain 3600. Turn right, heading 20 vectors for the ILS runway 10 right approach. AX3219.
AX3219, descend and maintain 3500.
98 on this thing. Yeah. I'll do my best, buddy. No promises, though. No promises. No promises. Yeah, I've forgotten it too, my friend. Yeah, that switch has gotten me quite a few times, actually. I guess we'll just continue to fly manually. There's no reason to put the autopilot back on. Landing is about 70 miles an hour. Okay, about 70 miles an hour, 70. Make sure this is okay. It's about 98 to me. When you have it trimmed properly, you can actually just take your hands off and it should kind of stay level. I'm actually going to let Chad handle the comms. Take it, Chad, because I really don't feel like looking back and forth at the Sayintentions. Hey Chad, would you mind handling the comms for the rest of the flight, please?
Yo, Gregory, I'll take over the comms from here, bro.
I mean, and Skybro. That's his name in the menu when you choose him. It's Skybro Chad. I can actually turn the autopilot off.
cover. Descend and maintain 2600 until established on the localizer. Cleared for ILS runway 10 right approach. AX319.
I'm waiting to see my airplane on the map here from... Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. I have my airplane on the Navigraph map here. Airplane like will not slow down. There we go. Now it's starting to slow down a little bit. And we're almost at Stuber.
X3219, contact Flying Cloud Tower on 119.15.
Contacting Flying Cloud Tower on 119.15. AX319.
Oh, there's our runways.
Flying Cloud Tower, AX319 morning. We're established on the ILS approach for runway 10 right.
X319, Flying Cloud Tower, winds 170 at 12. Runway 10 right, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 10 right. AX319.
Now, I need to get down below 120 knots for the landing gear. Trying to slow down. we need a little bit of work. It was soft, but we need a little bit of work on the landing. We need a little bit of work on the landing, which we'll get there. But you know what though? With a 14 knot crosswind, I think that was pretty good.
Max 3219, welcome to Flying Cloud. Contact ground on 121.7.
Switching to ground on 121.
All right, let's turn this airplane off. We're just gonna turn it off right here. All right, park and brake controls, park and brake on. Checklist. All right, landing. We can turn the fuel pump off. That's in green. Flaps. Have a great night, Scale. It was fun chatting with you, man. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. When you get that sim box, man, let me know, dude. I'm curious to see how you like it. Have a good night, my friend. See you later. Bye. All right, flaps up. All right, flaps up, strobes off. Landing off. Lean. Trim neutral. Trim is neutral. Park and brake is set. Radio's off. Transponder off, master switch off. Avionics master off. Okay. These are off. Alright, mixture idle cutoff. Oh, throttle closed. Magneto's off. It's away. Props back out. Carb heat is off. Okay. Steel chocks, tie downs, control locks, torpedo covers, and light. Okay, very good. And we got cockpit persistence on. That's good. All right, man, we getting out of here. But yeah, we're gonna be flying. I think the next plane we're gonna fly is. I'll show you real quick. I think it's gonna be this plane coming up here. And I'm heading to bed myself. Had enough. Had enough. That landing could have been a little better. It was soft. You just couldn't keep it on the ground because of that crosswind. I just well, you know what? I'm not gonna complain. It takes practice, man. I don't practice a lot with this airplane at all. It's the first time I've flown it in a couple of months. But I will take a minus 198. I will take that. All right, yeah, this Jetstar here. Where is the Jetstar at? Yeah, this Lockheed Jetstar, we're gonna be flying this tomorrow, hopefully. This is a fun little airplane to fly. But that's about it, my friends. I will see you on the next episode of the Airplane Show. Please hit like, hit subscribe, and I will see you next time around. See you.